Hey Ben, you are right. I met Shizu Woods today. What? Shizu Woods? The ultimate pop up star, Shizu Woods? Yes. Tell me everything.
So I was walking in the park. I suddenly saw someone standing near a tree. It was none other than Shizu Woods. Shizu Woods didn't look like Shizu Woods. Shizu Woods looked sad. I approached Shizu Woods and asked, "What's wrong?" Shizu Woods explained to me that Shizu Woods lost Shizu Woods' lucky bracelet, and without Shizu Woods' lucky bracelet, Shizu Woods can't perform in the evening. I told Shizu Woods that I would help Shizu Woods out. I began searching near the tree, behind the shrubs, and in every corner of the park. After searching for a long time, I found something on the tree, and guess what it was? It was the bracelet. I immediately ran and gave the bracelet to Shizu Woods. Shizu Woods was so happy. I got Shizu Woods' VIP concert tickets for free.
Take a look at this sentence. Shizu Woods explained to me that Shizu Woods lost Shizu Woods' lucky bracelet, and without Shizu Woods' lucky bracelet, Shizu Woods can't perform in the evening. It sounds so bulky. The Shizu Woods everywhere. Let's make it less bulky. Shizu Woods explained to me that she lost her lucky bracelet, and without it, she can't perform in the evening. This sounds much better. What do you think? So, there's a way to make sentences less bulky. And the way is pronouns. Now, let's explore it further. Now, pronouns have its own types as well. Take a look at the sentences. I was walking in the park. He was walking in the park. Here, I and he are personal pronouns. They are used as a substitute for the proper name of a person. In this case, it is Ben. Before proceeding, do you know what is subject and object in a sentence? Let's take a look. Sophia is reading a book. In this sentence, Sophia is performing an action that she is reading the book. Hence, Sophia is the subject. The action is performed on the book. Hence, book is the object. Now, let's look at person pronouns that substitute the subject of a sentence. Remember, subject is something that performs an action. So these are the pronouns in singular and plural form. I changes to we. For example, I'm playing football. We were playing football. You stays the same. You. You were great. You were great. He and she converts to they. It. It doesn't have a plural form. For example, the dog was eating food. Then it started playing. The dogs were eating food. Then they started playing. So it doesn't become its. Now take a look at these sentences. I approached Shizu Woods. Shizu Woods is the object. Let's replace it with a pronoun. I approached her. Now let's look at the personal pronouns that substitute the object of a sentence. Object. What is an object? Object is something on which the action is performed. And the pronouns in singular and plural form are me, us. She told me. She told us. You stays you. Can I talk to you? Can we talk to you? Him, her changes to them. And it, there's no plural form of it.
Can I play with your teddy?
Now, well, our Ben is possessive of his teddy. Now, what is possessive? It means not wanting to share something, or we can say to own something. So, let's talk about possessive pronouns. We can divide possessive pronouns in two parts. First is pronouns that behave like adjectives, and other is pronouns that behave like nouns. So, my behaves like an adjective, mine behaves like a noun. Our behaves like an adjective, ours behave like a noun. Your behaves like an adjective, yours behave like a noun. Her behaves like an adjective, hers behaves like a noun. His behaves like an adjective, his behaves like a noun. Its behaves like an adjective, its behaves like a noun. Their behaves like an adjective, theirs behaves like a noun. Also, take notice that no apostrophe is used in possessive pronouns. Oh, I know it's confusing, Ben. Just give me a minute. I'll explain it with some examples. Take a look at these sentences. Is this yours? Yes, it is mine. Yours and mine are possessive pronouns. Now, how can you differentiate from those that behave like adjectives? Is that you can make a whole sentence with them. Crazy, isn't it? Let's take a look. Is this yours? Yours was on the tree. It refers to the bracelet that got lost. Yes, it is mine. Mine was made with sapphire stones. It is describing the bracelet. I hope that these examples are giving some clarity. Moving on to reflexive pronouns. They are also called object pronouns. They can never be subjects. So the question is, when do we use these? We use reflexive pronouns when subject and the object of a sentence refer to a same thing. Let me show you an example. Shizu Woods didn't look like herself. She looked sad. Now it explains that Shizu Woods, who's always so happy and cheerful, is looking kind of sad and not like her usual self, which is kind of odd. Moving on to next example. Ben admired himself in the mirror. So here, the subject and object is the same, that is, Ben. For example, if Ben was admiring Shizu Woods in the mirror, we cannot say it like Ben admired herself in the mirror. That is just wrong and does not follow standard English rules. So always remember, reflexive pronouns are used only when subject and object of a sentence are the same thing. Now let's compare reflexive pronouns with personal pronouns. So, me becomes myself, us ourselves. You becomes yourself in singular form and yourselves in plural form. It becomes itself, her, herself, him, himself, and them becomes themselves. Moving on to relative pronouns. Relative means that they relate or connect something. Let's look at some examples. I have a friend who lives in New York. Here, the relative pronoun who connects the main clause I have a friend with dependent clause who lives in New York. This is the book that I borrowed from the library. Here, the relative pronoun that connects the main clause this is the book with the dependent clause that I borrowed from the library. Let's look at all relative pronouns. Who, whom, whose. They are used to refer to people. That is used for people and things. Which is used for things and animals. So, in this video, we completed all types of pronouns. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, please feel free to comment and like this video. Thank you. Stay tuned.